Palestine, Israel, and neighboring Muslim countries. Many Muslims around the world, they are on the road against Israel and they're making big statements. But they never try to understand it, but they never ask the question that why they have reached to this point today. Why as a Muslims, we have reached to this point and we are seeing this day today. The only reason is this: the people on the road, they never read the history. They are brainless people. They are morally, mentally, and financially bankrupt people. You need to ask this question and look around the neighboring countries around Israel and you get the answer. Let's start from Lebanon. Lebanon is in economic crisis because of corruption, religious extremism, and many more things. I'll give you one example that in 2019, $1 was equal to 1,500 Lebanese pounds. And today, $1 is equal to almost 100,000 Lebanese pounds. It will give you everything, that all the corruption and everything, all of their politicians, their so-called leaders, everything. They're investing all of their money in West and in America. And don't blame America and West for this. Second is Syria. Syrian president, he's in power from year 2000, and before that he's a president and he's in power from year 2000, almost 25 years now, and his father was a president for almost 50 years. What kind of democracy is this, that the president in power for so long? Let's go next to Jordan. Jordan king is a king from 1999, and he has changed so many prime ministers. Their so-called democracy and country is in turmoil, in poverty and corruption and everything. Before that, his father was a king for almost 50 years. For 75 years, they're enjoying all the perks before his father was a king. They're living a lavish life. Their lifestyle and everything, you can check that. Don't take my words for it. You go and check that, how they are living and how public they are suffering. And the security reason and the freedom of speech, what kind of freedom of speech is there. Let's go next to Egypt. Egypt had a president who was an army general before. He did a coup and removed the only one elected president, Morsi, in the history of Egypt. And he is in power from 2014. Before that, Hosni Mubarak was in power for almost 30 years. So what kind of democracy is there? And there's no freedom of speech whatsoever. These kind of monarchies, this kind of a so-called democracy, this kind of dynasties, this kind of family politicians, they need these kind of a brainless people to come out, because they take the eye out of these kind of a shortcomings. You see that Israel has a democracy and they have freedom of speech. You can live side by side. I know they have Israel not perfect. They have their own shortcomings. I disagree many of Israeli policies towards Gaza as well. But you need to appreciate that their democracy, their freedom of speech, and their achievement. They have achieved a lot in science, technology, innovation, in Nobel Prize. What as a Muslim ourselves we have achieved. Let's see that in last even 100 years, last 500 years, what we have achieved. All we are blaming our shortcomings to West, and this is the easiest way of doing that. You need to ask your question that what in all of these neighboring Arab countries, what they have achieved, what they have to the world, what they have given to the world in innovation, technology, in democracy. Do you have democracy there? Do you want to live with your family, with your kids, to go there and live there and have an education and you can see that you want to work there? Ask this question. Don't be hypocrite. This hypocrisy is killing our Muslims. It is killing and is giving us this kind of bad name. If you really want to improve yourself, read the history, accept the reality. It's not the reality, and truth is not what you believe. Understanding is a three-edged sword. Your truth, their truth, and the right truth in the middle. If you really want to improve yourself, you really want to learn something and move on, you need to face the right truth. At the end, I would say if I said something you didn't like, apologize. Thank you.